In the heart of the podcast air, Steve or Jason showing flair. Fantasy tips they always share, for the elite who really care. Shout out to the guests who come along, strategies that make us strong, plotting moves that can't go wrong. In this community we belong. Elite FPL, the lights they glow. Through the ranks we start to flow. With every tip the game we know. Elite FPL, let's go. Elite FPL, let's go. We analyze, we create. Every game week we debate. From the captain to the late, moves that make us celebrate. Points and transfers we all crave. Following leads to the brave. In this league it's more than a game. Fantasy football's true aim. Fantasy football's true aim. Elite FPL, the lights they glow. Through the ranks we start to flow. With every tip the game we know. Elite FPL, let's go. Elite FPL, let's go. Let's go. Elite FPL, let's go. Let's go. We analyze, we create. Every game week we debate. From the captain to the late, moves that make us celebrate. Points and transfers we all crave. Following leads to the brave. In this league it's more than a game. Fantasy football's true aim. Elite FPL, the lights they glow. Through the ranks we start to flow. With every tip the game we know. Elite FPL, let's go. Elite FPL, let's go. Let's go. Elite FPL, let's go. Let's go.
Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, I think they can hear me. The intro's a bit cheesy. Steve-O says Sparta.
Good Lord, you sound more depressed than someone that I know. And they're about to actually, I'm not going to say that joke. There's no, to hell with it, I will do. They're about to jump off a cliff, mate. You sound more depressed than Alex Volo after his triple captain fail. Oh, God. Do you know what he called me, everybody? A dickhead. Oi, dickhead. You going to introduce the show, Jason? Oh, God. We don't get paid for this, by the way. We're just doing this for the entertainment of you lot. What did the gentleman just there say? It was Alex saying here, I'm going to be watching in the morning on the replay. Don't bother. It's probably going to be like 5 minutes. Shane is going to be joining us soon at some point. We don't know when he will be joining us. And yeah, Animations make the point. Dread FPL's having an absolute stormer. He is having an absolute stormer after, of course, as I said, he's the best captain after Haaland this week. Salah, goal and assist, could have even been, well, would have got more if the second penalty was given. Rightly not given, but yeah, Jace, how are you feeling after a measly, including Michael Keane's points, 20? You've got to laugh, mate. We have to laugh at this point. What's going on? We're all in the same. Unless your name is Dread FPL, you are having the most miserable week. I'm just looking at it here in the Moderator League alone. 23, 21. Well, actually, no. Firetog's not even on 21. It's -4. So whatever that works out to be 17.
Actually, Steve, you were incorrect.
Go on.
I'm not on 20.
Okay.
I'm on 21.
Is it 21? Is it? Well, like I said, my strong point is my maths. Is it 21? Is it?
Tell you you're happy about that.
Has Salah got an additional bonus point?
Well, you got 29.
Yes. Yeah.
So you got 8 points more than me.
Yeah.
Admittedly, 8 points is going to be something which is also going to come up again in the stream.
Oh no. You haven't. You're not going to be doing another hit, surely.
I did it this morning, mate.
No, you didn't.
I did. Genuinely did. Yeah.
Again, I'm going to do a line from a guy at work that I used to work with. Why?
Do you know what I did?
Yes.
I think
everybody does now.
I sent my friend.
Hold on a minute. Don't say anything. I'm going to guess because I think your team is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
In fact, ironically, your team's probably going to do really well next week. So I'm going to assume you got rid of Saka and Kanate, maybe even Gabriel. But I have no idea who you'd have brought in. So
it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter because I'm just out playing the foot. Like I'm not even taking it seriously anymore.
What have you done then?
Yeah, I really don't want to tell you.
You did this morning. Why? Fire Talks listen to this. This is why have we got YouTube? Ryan, tell people.
Why have we got a YouTube? Why have we got a YouTube channel if you're not taking it seriously? Oh well, I'm not, but Steve-O is. Apparently, he likes me around still.
What did you? What? Let's have a chat. Have a guess what Jason did with it. Is your team up on screen? Without the transfers, I mean.
Without the transfers, I can put it up on the screen. Oh no, I can't. Hang on. Wait.
Do points, just your points from today.
Hang on.
Colm saying, "Don't worry, Jason. I'm on 15 points so far with Henderson and Murillo left to play. I got 1 out of my 9 predictions correct. Well, that's 1 less than me. I got 2. In fact, my predictions this season are about as what's the word?
Oh, yeah, the points are there, so I can go into points.
Right. Okay. So about as obvious as Burnley's results. If you're playing championship FPL, just get Burnley defence 0-0-0. Right. So let's see what the audience, and welcome everybody. What do the audience think about Jason's? So that's 3 transfers, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's done 3 transfers. I'm just assuming it's Gabriel, Saka, and Kanate. Maybe even Greaves. Maybe even this Lancashire. I can't imagine.
Bear in mind that they did it this morning at 9 o'clock.
Right.
I don't know. I can't believe I did it, to be honest.
And just in all seriousness, explain the reasonings why you did this. I don't know what you've done.
It's bored.
But why were you even on the FPL site? I thought you were out all day.
I thought. Oh, this is before we went out. But this is when I literally just logged in and thought, you know what? Fancy just spicing up my team a little. So I brought in a defender.
Right.
You want to know all of the moves I made?
Yeah.
I brought in a defender, midfielder, and a striker.
Go on. Who was it?
I want to see if anyone's guessed it.
Okay, so it's a midfielder, a defender.
Jason's out. Overall rank must be 10 million. Sarah Doherty in the chat. No, no one's really. I don't think anyone cares. Eight Nuri. Hey, Haggis has got it right. 8 Nuri.
What?
8 Nuri in.
What a surprise!
And then.
Are you just basically getting my team?
8 Nuri in, Foden in, and Raul in. Raul Jimenez in for Solanke, Johnson,
and Lancashire.
And Kanate. Solanke, Johnson, Kanate out for Raul.
Sorry.
Jimenez, Foden, and 8 Nuri. So I got Johnson out for Foden, 8 Nuri in for Kanate, and Raul in for Solanke. Yeah, crazy moves there. Yeah, amazing.
Dear, oh dear.
Dear, oh dear. So my team looks like that.
Dear.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter anymore. Because next week is going to be another -12. So it doesn't matter.
It's getting to the point now, it's just beyond parody, isn't it? I mean, this isn't even funny. This is just ridiculous. Why would you get rid of the players you brought in? Solanke and Johnson, they haven't done anything wrong.
No,
They're like in one of the most attacking.
Should I just delete my team? I'll delete my team if you want me to. I can do it. I can do it right now.
Shall we start a Patreon of Game Week 10?
I'll delete my team right now. I really would. I tell you what, if we get someone super chats £100, I can't. Yeah, if someone goes on the Patreon and tips £100, I'll delete my team on the next stream. I will.
It's mental. Absolutely. Why did you do this? What on earth would you do this? Why? I don't.
Because I can. Because I can.
Yeah, I know. I can quit my job tomorrow and live homeless, but I'm not going to do it. I don't get the sense in why you would get rid of these players.
Because they wear a Spurs shirt.
You're aware next week they're just going to get the points that they should have done this week.
Yeah, literally, it doesn't matter, mate. It really doesn't matter to me. Like I'm just having a bit of fun, just messing around with my team.
But it's not fun, though, is it? I don't think it's that fun. It's
funny for me.
It would be fun if it was working, but the problem is it's not. Like with Show Me the Mane, who doesn't exist anymore. At least he was taking hits and it was benefiting his team. This is beyond. This is like you've taken over someone's team without them realizing it, and every single week you're just going, yeah, -8. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the players that brought in last week. Because I'm tempted to go.
Mate, I'm not even attached to this team. And there's no one. In fact, you know what? I'm going to captain someone else. I'm going to
Foden.
Captain.
You may as well captain Foden.
No, I'm not going to captain Foden. Maybe Palmer. Yeah, I'm going to captain Palmer.
Who's Chelsea got?
Newcastle.
Home or away?
Home.
Mm.
There you go. Captaincy decided on Palmer. There we go. Saka out, Garnacho.
See, my dilemma is: do I take
Right.
a hit or not this week? A -4 to do the attack.
Don't take a hit. I would advise you to just keep your transfers safe, mate.
Well, this is the thing. I'm probably just going to do the either Vardiol in for. So I've got options. It's either Vardiol in for Saliba, 8 Nuri in for Saliba, or Foden and 8 Nuri for a -4 in for Saka and 8 Nuri, and attack that Man City fixture. But I just don't think it's worth the -4. And I agree with Ray that the game against Liverpool, I think that based on the way the Liverpool game was today, I think Arsenal could get something against Liverpool. It'd be an entertaining game, though. I can see that being like a 2-2, a 3-2 to Arsenal, something like that. But Liverpool are in the form of their lives at the moment. I've never known Liverpool so far to be, 10 games out of 11 they've won, and of all the matches they lost, it was Nottingham Forest at home. If it was away, you're right, fine, but Nottingham Forest at home is just absolutely bizarre. And yet they're up against RP Leipzig, and then it's Arsenal. Very, very tough. That's why I'm just going to probably do it. It is literally down to either Vardiol, which sounds like a very knee-jerk move, or 8 Nuri. Just bring in 8 Nuri versus Brighton. But that's the thing. He's against Brighton, whereas Man City at home to Southampton. Probability of a double clean sheet there. That's my dilemma. That is literally what my dilemma is. Do the hit, get rid of Saka, and then, Animation saying he might be holding on to Saka too. And this is the thing. I'm not too keen on getting rid of him, but then I'll be getting rid of him the following week. As Ray said, maybe to bring in Diaz for the good fixtures that Liverpool have got for the next 3 after Arsenal. But as someone's just said, unfortunately, Diaz has been benched for the last 2. But the good news is that Jota, the fact that he had to be subbed off, I think he was just winded. I don't think it's anything serious. I mean, it could be, but I doubt it. But Brighton, Aston Villa, Southampton away, those 3 fixtures for someone like Diaz could be very profitable. But there is a potential thought process of, after this Southampton game, to maybe go, do you know what, to hell with it, I'm going to get rid of Haaland and bring back Salah. Man City from game week 10, Bournemouth, Brighton, Tottenham versus Brighton, Aston Villa, Southampton. After the Southampton game, I may just go, do you know what, stuff Haaland. Did you watch the game today?
Most of it.
Man City looked, let's get real here, pants. They are missing.
Man City stole the game.
Yes, annoyingly.
Shouldn't have won.
No, they shouldn't have won. And I just think that the reality is that I just don't think that Haaland's worth the 15.4, and you can spread that money across. It's like Shane said, it's just trying to find that right captaincy each game week. But looking at it here, so obviously this week, the best option is Haaland. Following week, you've got Palmer away at Man United. Well, we know how bad Man United are at Old Trafford. You've then got Salah at home to Brighton. And then, Salah at home to Brighton. You could argue Haaland away at Bournemouth, but if without Haaland, there's these options. And then game week 11, again, without Haaland. Liverpool at home to Aston Villa, not the greatest of fixture. But then you've got Spurs at home to Ipswich, Solanke captain. The player you've just got rid of. Do you think it's time to jump up Haaland after Southampton?
No.
No? Despite the fact that Man City just aren't.
Man City will, I think, find it easier to score goals against better teams than shitty teams.
Mm.
So I think everyone's in this mindset that, struggling to score against a low block team that's basically hanging on to survive in the Premier League probably isn't going to struggle against a team that's going to be wanting to push out and attack Man City, leaving their defence exposed. So just what, people regretted not starting with Haaland and not owning him earlier in the season. Why would you put yourself through that again? But again, I don't know. I mean, I'm sitting, what am I? 5 million? I don't even know. I know nothing about the game. So I'm just here because I used to play FPL. So, I'm contractually obliged to be here.
It's like Mahit is saying Salah at this point is the most reliable insurance to Haaland blanking. And he has a proven record. It's very true. And he's guaranteed to play 90 minutes every single bloody match at the end of the day. I mean, Gravy Dave's saying here, Haaland, if you sell him, you can have a midfield of Saka, Son, Palmer. I'm not going to have Son, forget Son, but certainly Saka, Palmer, and Salah. That's my point. That's exactly what the thought process is, but it's me personally. I'm just trying to stick to some form of plan that I've got written down here where game week, this game week, it's to be tonight. It's going to be tonight. It's either Vardy or Ain't Nuri in for Saliba. It's probably going to be Vardy. And then game week 10, Saka to potentially Diaz, Dunk to Ain't Nuri for a -4. And then in game week 11, Watkins out to Cunha. That's the plan as it stands right this second, because I jump on to Cunha for his beautiful run of fixtures from game week 11, where Cunha has Wolves, more specifically, have Southampton at home, Fulham, horrible fixture, but then Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham. And with Diaz / Liverpool, it's Brighton, Aston Villa, Southampton. Or it's do the Saka move now with Foden coming in for Saka and Ain't Nuri coming in for Saliba. Essentially, the two moves that you've done in a -8, I'd be doing in a -4. I just don't know if doing that -4 is really that worth it, because I do think that Arsenal will give Liverpool a really good fact. I'm going to look at the history between these two teams actually, and I have a feeling that potentially that it is quite a high scoring game between these two. Now, admittedly, that's in the Klopp era, admittedly. But I'm pretty certain that Liverpool versus Arsenal is usually quite high scoring. And the simple answer is, once I load it up right here, right now, the answer is yes, it is. Apart from one game which ended 1-1. Other than that, 3-1, a 2-0 Liverpool victory in the FA Cup, and then a 1-1, but then we got a 2-2 and a 3-2. And that's what I'm expecting next week, like a high-scoring 2-2 game, despite the fact that Arsenal are a very defensive team. Liverpool are just going to go there trying to hit on the counter. I don't think they're going to cancel each other out. And I think that a bit like today's game, where it was pretty end-to-end, but not much action in the opposition ends, I think that there will be a lot of action in both opposition boxes. And the reluctancy to sell Saka ahead, I mean, I'll ask the chat. What do you think, chat? Do I do Vardiol in for Saliba, or do I just do 8 Nuri in for Saliba? One of the two. If I do Vardiol in for Saliba, it means then I've got 2 defenders versus Southampton. 2. Mahit saying Arsenal versus Liverpool is going to be a fun match. Harry Dawson straight away saying 8 Nuri in for Saliba. Saliba's got Brighton and Hove Albion away, which, again, I think that could potentially be quite a high scoring, and with 8 Nuri's attacking prowess, could be, again, potentially quite profitable. Berto saying Vardiol, Kevy, 8 Nuri. Colm saying Saliba's only out for 1 week. Nope, it's 2. I believe it says he's out till the 2nd of November, so he's back. He's back for Newcastle away, Chelsea away. Like, the crap fixtures. Even though Newcastle couldn't score. Animation saying they haven't kept a clean sheet since game week 1. I'd go for 8 Nuri. Matthew Zishi, I'd go with Vardiol. Thing is, I have to do it today because Vardiol's going to go up by 0.1 tonight, most likely. And 8 Nuri, I don't think he's going to go up. Not to my knowledge. I don't think 8 Nuri is going to go up, but Saliba's probably going to go down. I mean, 8 Nuri's been bought in by 20,000 people. The likelihood of him going up tonight is very small. Even by game week 10, when I'm planning on bringing him in, it's a very, very hard, tough decision for this potential dilemma I've got. Last time I checked, Vardiol was a defender. How many goals do you think he will get? Well, he's scored about 10, hasn't he, this season so far? It's ridiculous. This season, he's got so far 2 goals. Away at Newcastle, funny that, both away fixtures. Away at Newcastle, away at Wolves. He's so far forward as well for Man City. And the fact that they're up against Southampton next. It's a very appetising fixture. Very, very appetising fixture. Mahit saying, anybody doing a double up of Liverpool defence? I had a minus 16 team that I did. And essentially it was getting rid of Haaland. But I was bringing in Salah, Trent, Cunha. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So,
should I get Steve-O's team up on the screen? Hang on. One moment.
Well, the team is...
Yeah, no, it's just, hang on. Just going to get it up
isn't looking particularly...
Because they're like, oh, what's Steve-O's team look like again?
Yeah. It's the thing. It'd be Duncan for Saliba. And then it'd be potentially 8 Nuri and 4 Canate. But then again, if I've got Vardiol for Saliba, it means that I've got Canate, Vardiol and Lewis for next week. And then I can do the 8 Nuri move, like I say, the following week. And then getting rid of Saka in that move for a -4. I think that's the play, Jace. I think that is the play. Getting Vardiol tonight up against Southampton. Done. Happy days. But I mean, Han saying I'm tempted to triple captain Haaland. I've told you this a billion times. In the world of FPL, if we all expect a particular player to do well, they never do, then the following match, whether it's the Premier League, whether it's the Champions League, the FA Cup, the EFL, it doesn't matter. They end up doing what you expect them to do. So when Haaland takes on Sparta Prague or whatever bloody team they're playing in the Champions League, I bet you he will get a goal, if not two, maybe a goal and assist. And someone like Alex Volo will post up online and say, why couldn't he have done that against Wolves?
Being
and
in
then
the
obviously
chat
they've got
represent.
Southampton, where people are... So Kieran, FPL Discomfort, triple captained, along with Alex Volo, triple captained Haaland this week. I'm really hoping Colm goes through with his decision of triple captaining Haaland next week, because I think he's going to do some serious damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I mean, Harry Dawson, Vardy definitely could get benched, yeah, but this particular week, I think Vardy is one of the few players in the team which is guaranteed to start for Man City, along with the likes of Edison, Haaland, Kovacic as it stands right now. I think he's up there with those particular players. I mean, every match that he's played so far, I'm pretty certain he's played every single minute in the Premier League for Man City, and the answer is, barring once, he played 45 minutes against Brentford. But it also means, though, that I will because Saliba will go down in price. And
mate, just do it. Just do it.
Vardy
Just be a
will
man
go up
and
by
make the
0.1.
moves. Don't just...
I can't.
Why can't you?
Yeah, again, it's just a talking point, isn't it? And certainly
Do it now. Do it on stream.
well, I'm going to be doing it after stream, most likely, the move.
Why wait until after the stream? Why
And
just do it now?
it's all done. I mean, we were just... Eh? Well, because
Why wait until after?
Information could come out in the next Fire Talk. If you'll be pleased to know, Jason's done a -8 already. He got rid of 2 of the players he brought in on a -16. So you think you're having a bad bang week? Well,
why don't keep like treading on my moves, man. I'm not. It's all green arrows from where I am, mate. It's all green arrows from where I am because I can't get any more red arrows. I'm just waiting for this thing to download. So if you're wondering why Steve-O's gone all blurry, I'm downloading something which has got a gigabyte left.
Fire Talk says Jay's got 13 pence of the bench equals success. No, he's massively. In fact, have I told you what? I don't think I have. So basically, if you hadn't have done a single thing this week, Jace,
yeah, if you worked out,
got rid of got 25 points. So the players you got rid of got 25
Salah,
points.
Welbeck.
The players you brought in, you got a total of 5 points back after the -16. So you're -20 points. Mazwari 1 point, Semenyo 2, Diaz 1, Salah 12, Welbeck 9. And the players you brought in, Keane coming off the bench 13, and then the rest of them, Burmo, Johnson, Palmer, Solanke, 2 points each.
It is what it is, mate. This stream ain't about
absurd.
me. No way back from this, says Scotland investor.
Absurd. Well, there is a way back. It's just... In fact, if you want to get really annoyed, Jace, just look at Mr. Reed's team in the Tour Elite. He's now above me.
Okay, here we go. Mr. Reed's team
He's
in
now
the Tour
above me.
Elite.
And look at his team.
Nick
He's
Reed.
above me by... Well...
Wow.
Look at it.
Wow.
And do you want to know the biggest joke? He hasn't touched this team for, what was it, 3 weeks? Just left it.
Just left his team.
Just left it as it was.
His dead team's overtaken you.
Left this team. It was over. Oh no, he's
A
been
dead
ahead of you
team.
for most of the season. In fact, no, this dead team has got more points than most people. In fact, he's probably got more points than 2 teams put together. In fact, he's got more points than you and Firetog put together.
That's just
the irony is
that
the person coming off the bench is 0 points. So he's only getting. He's on 44 points.
Yeah, last week's points predictions by Jace were awful, says Firetog. I mean, come on, let's be fair. Not many people have predicted us to have such a poor game week. But then again, why are you taking notes of me? I mean, it's your fault, isn't it?
You predicted Welbeck.
I did predict Welbeck. That's like one thing I predicted right.
This is the Sunday surgery. If anybody wants to come on and talk to Jason about his madness.
No. Come on and show off about how many points you got this week. Speak to Steve-O, because in a minute I'm gonna be a sea lion.
About the absolute madness.
I'm gonna be a sea lion.
There's a lot of people watching, by the way, as well. Make sure you are hitting the like button and the subscribe button. If you're watching on X as well and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, jump on over. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure that you're interacting all the time, because Jason's in a foul mood tonight.
I'm going to be what would you like me to be?
What about one of those grey things that you were talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, we were mentioning Dread earlier. We were doing this. Boone is saying thoughts on the underworld, the FPL cartel. I'll be honest, me and Shane spoke about it for about 15 minutes on the watch along with Wolves and Man City. To summarise it, to be completely brutally honest, these people are out there to essentially give you, watching this right now, tips and advice, tell me what to do. And some of them pay money to these people to be part of private WhatsApp groups. So they pay them $9.99, $15.99 to be part of a private WhatsApp group, which gives them direct contact with that content creator, in which you ask that content creator, what do you think about my team? What do you think I should do? And when it comes to the deadline streams, the reason why people tune into these people is because they want to get information. When they don't give out this information because of reasons, as Shane made the point, that look, at the end of the day, they don't want to get these people into trouble, etc., etc. It just shines a dirt. I can't think of the terminology, but it just shines a poor light on the what's the word? Help me out here, Jace. The not the respectability. The
what are you after? Sorry.
When people are proclaiming something but they're not really giving it, I'm trying to think. I can't.
Pretentious?
No, it's not pretentious. That's not the word.
Proclaiming something but they don't really mean it. Credibility.
That's it. Yeah, they lose their credibility. If me and Jason,
that's ironic coming from Boona.
If me and Jason legitimately were doing this channel to give people tips and advice, and you people were super chatting and saying
no one would watch.
Tell me what to do, and we were giving you honest, simple advice, and then we said, oh, if you sign up to our membership for $15.99 a month, you're part of a WhatsApp group where we tell you what to do, and you can directly talk to me every single day about FPL. And by the way, if I've got information about certain team leaks and everything, you guys will be the ones to know about it. But then I don't release that. Your credibility's just gone down the drain.
Steve-O?
Yes.
I'm changing my webcam.
Right. Go on. And then what exactly? Integrity. That's the word as well. Credibility, integrity. Thank you, Booner and Firetop. What have you changed it to?
Hang on.
Has it got a -8 in the middle of the forehead?
No.
Harry Doherty, Jason, leave FPL before FPL leaves you. Fire Talk saying Boona faked them all with his Saka tweet only for it to turn out to be true. Again, as mentioned on Juice, I don't mean as in as, but as mentioned on Juice, the reality is if you're going to get boonered, you've been boonered. You've unfortunately, as Adam said on Juice yesterday, fair play to Booner, he proper conned everybody. I mean, I'm always an hour behind when I'm listening to Juice. So when I heard this, I just laughed my head off. It was absolutely hilarious. But of course, it turned out to be true anyway, so it doesn't really matter what happened there. Shaq saying, Jason Steele, what do you think on the Sun Cartel assist? Again, we talked about earlier on the watch along. I don't want to keep constantly repeating myself, but I think it's just a complete con job. Again, I think there's something going on in FPL Towers at the moment when it comes to pricing and points and bonus points. I think there's a lot of dubious things going on this season. What have you done, Jace? You're laughing. What have you actually done? What's going on? You're going to have to explain to me because I can't see anything.
I've not done anything, mate.
Okay. The chat will be able to let me know anyway. Fundle saying thoughts on Saka and Saliba to Son and 8 Nuri for a -4. I wouldn't bother getting in Son. Son is just no. You don't want to be getting Son whatsoever. Colin Boogler saying if I could actually work, I would pay $9.99 just to hear Steve-O slag off Inconsiderate Drive. Should have heard me the other day on a voice message to Nick.
Do you still watch wrestling, Steve-O?
No, I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling for. In fact, ironically, I was watching the Christian versus Edge storyline on YouTube, which I found quite interesting. But no, I don't watch wrestling, no.
Oh.
Go on, what have you done? Turned yourself into Batista or Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon. Who were any other controversial figures in wrestling I can mention?
No, I'm a luchador.
Right, okay. Is it like that thing that you did years ago regarding whatchamacallit? Rob Jones, Jason's having a meltdown. What you did years ago with as a robot, if you remember that. Remember that when you turn yourself into a robot?
Yeah, something similar.
Yeah. I think most people are in the same boat as you and I. You know, if I just use, as I keep banging on about, the Moderator League is just a simple example. Apart from Dread, everybody's got an average of 23 points. I mean, Paulie and Gabriel DeRop have got 34 and 31, but
guys, just want to remind everybody, if you want to come on Discord and talk to us about your teams, this is the Sunday surgery. So we don't want to keep just regurgitating the dross that is our own teams and our own performances.
I do.
So yeah, guys, get yourself onto Discord and we'll get you front and center to talk how well you did and how badly you did this game week. Go ahead and give us your worst.
Well, Dredd, do you want to bring up Dredd's team just quickly? He's 155k in the world. He's absolutely stormed it this week. 55 points. Vardy, Salah being the two main, and McNeil being the three real differentials for him coming through, which is just incredible, really. Because again, as I stated,
what am I doing? Bringing up whose team?
Dreads. So top of the Moderator League. So Salah, McNeil, and Vardy being the differentials that have come through this week. But again, next week, all the ones that Jason has sold. You know, at the end of the day,
my luck's got to change at some point, Steve. You know, it's gonna change at some point. It's Dread's team.
It should do, yes.
55 points for Dread. He's got to be happy with that, isn't he?
I'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
I'd be absolutely. I don't know where he is. I don't know what that means in the Moderator League as in points. So he's on 510. I'm 486. Because I've got 6 points coming off the bench. So 92, so I'm
Well
going to
done.
be 18 points behind him. But then again, Dread has got, is that 55 all out? Yeah, so 55 all out for Dread. Firetog's still got a Nottingham Forest player tomorrow who's going to get a clean sheet. Crystal Palace are not scoring tomorrow. And he will be, he's got Cells still to play. He's going to get a clean sheet tomorrow. So Firetog could end up pretty much on, in fact, he is literally on the same points as me. 486, we're both on 486 points, unless that hasn't actually updated yet, which I wouldn't have a clue if that's the case or not. But brilliant, good news, everybody. My betting went well today. I'm now, what I end on yesterday evening? £6.24. I'm now at £6.69, thanks to Salah scoring anytime and Liverpool to win. So 2 bets coming through for me today: Salah scoring or assisting anytime, and Salah to score, and Liverpool to win. I am now
chat in the chat saying, how's Jason's -16 workout?
We've just been speaking about
go back
25 minutes.
about 10-15 minutes into the stream, and you'll find out exactly how my -16 went. It went really well, actually.
Evening,
really
Nick.
well.
Evening, Nick. I wouldn't. Again, another one. I wouldn't bother listening back.
Nick's here. Nick's gone. He's gone.
I will be interested to see how.
He just came to see if you're wearing one of the the latest merch.
Yeah.
Nick, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing better than me, anyway.
No, his team's done appallingly this week because he hasn't got Haaland, and I don't know who he captained this. I generally don't have a clue who Nick captained this week, but I'm telling you this for free. He did not do well at all. Funny enough, Dread is now here. Yeah, brilliant. It's great, isn't it, when these people come out of the woodwork? An actual moderator, Jace. None of them were here during the Man City game, but
okay. So who are we going to talk to about first then? About the great game week 8.
Over to you. I just feel like I've spoken all day today, so over to you, my friend.
Well, no one in the waiting room. We need to get someone in the waiting room. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Somebody, come on to waiting room, Discord. And make sure you're hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button. And if you are on X,
please
make
don't.
sure you're hitting it as well. Come on over. But I think the shock result for me was not necessarily Brighton winning, but the fact they won 1-0, Jace. Mad.
There we go.
Not going to answer that point, Chase.
What's that? Sorry? What's that?
The fact that Brighton won 1-0. Winning, I don't have the problem with. It's the fact they only won 1-0. That's an extraordinary result.
Yeah, going on past performances and past results in the league, yes. But then, has it really affected that many people, Steve-O, in FPL? That result? I would argue no.
I was meaning from a real life perspective, not an FPL.
Oh, right. Okay. From a real life perspective, yes, it was a shock. It was a shock, yes.
Because Newcastle are literally...
Boone is in the waiting room, is he? Okay, let's get him in.
Yeah, he is. They are a team which I think that...
Boone is in the waiting room.
Don't want to... you want to
avoid
an FPL full stop.
Hello, Boona. Thank God for someone else to come on the show and talk for a change.
No speak. I was like, I've been wanting to come on for ages and I always miss your streams. How's everyone?
Yeah, good, man.
What a shit show for game week.
Well, we're all in the same boat. I mean, how do you feel as the person with... I mean, what's happened with your X account? Because obviously I mentioned to you that...
I don't actually know, to be honest. I think I'm shadow banned. To be honest, I've noticed this. I've been tagged in tweets by people saying, "Where's Boona's account gone?" like loads of times, and I think it always happens after I imitate someone. I think Twitter put me in like Twitter jail for like a week, so I'll be good to go for next weekend. That's all good.
But you haven't had an email from...
I haven't had an email, no.
Have you been reported then?
I must.
Is that
have
what you
been.
reckon?
But I haven't had an email
Sorry.
notification or an in-app notification or anything. Account's still there, but most of my stuff isn't visible, like old tweets and stuff to people,
That's right. Yeah.
which is weird. But it is what it
'Cause
is. I don't really care.
I got an email within seconds. Obviously, it's just an
Did you?
automated one.
No, I
within
think they've given up
seconds
with
when
that,
they
Steve-O.
banned me.
They've given up with me, mate. They used to give me emails all the time. No, and I didn't stop, so they're like, we're not going to waste our time. Just going to ban you.
Just
That's
mad.
right.
And the fact
Yeah.
that obviously one of the big content creators and ads reposted your thing, and certain people saying they acted on it, they didn't act on it, and then there's this whole
Brilliant. As messaged me on WhatsApp, and he was like, "You prick!" I fell for it. I'm going to block you. I mean, he was joking around, but it's been a while since I've caught people like that. Good fun though. It's the only best thing to come out of the weekend for me, to be honest.
I was going to say, there was something I was literally on the verge of asking you, and I completely. Oh yeah, you were saying obviously in the chat about the whole cartel stuff and everything, but give your opinion on what you think about this whole thing of content creators with the information and not releasing it, etc.
To be honest, I agreed with you in what you said. I just like to stir the pot, as you know, Steve-O. So, from my perspective, personally, there's no malice. Like, you know, they don't owe us anything. If they keep that information to themselves, or if it needs to stay behind a paywall because for XYZ reason, then that's their prerogative. I just jump on the bandwagon just to mock them because I like stirring the pot, as you know. But it's not that deep for me personally. I don't really care.
No, I can give a stuff about it, to be honest. Whatever they do with it, they do with it. I just my biggest issue is that they not to survive, but they want people to pay them money to support them for the advice and tips that they give. And one of the biggest things that they could give out is team leaks, and they don't do it, and it just loses, as you use the word.
There's a lot of people refusing to say that they did get it though. Like, in fact, everyone is, right. But then I think I saw somewhere about apparently 8 or 10 of the top creators all sold Saka like towards the end, which is a bit coincidental, don't you think? But hey,
I know Trigger Lips was gonna.
No, I wish he'd done it. I wish he'd done it.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, he's going to be on the show at some point in the next few weeks, and he's just really busy with work. But I wanted him to come out because he's got a bit of clout within that kind of area of content creators. Like, they all know who he is, and a lot of them do occasionally bite back. And I think it's very, very, very slowly getting to the point where people are getting sick of the big content creators, very slowly. And I think that once the masses start clocking on to the fact that they're just in it for themselves. But then again, it's like anything, unfortunately, when it comes to the world of YouTube or content creating, is that most of these content creators are just out for themselves, and they will do anything to just get money. I always use Eddie Hall as the prime example of the most egotistical wanker you will ever see when it comes to YouTube. And yet still people watch the fake crap that he puts out there. People still lap it up. It's just extraordinary. You know, and
to be honest, I watch him for his food challenges. That's about it.
Coincidentally, I don't like his stuff, but Beard Meets Food.
Yeah,
he's awesome, watching his latest video he uploaded, and he nearly failed, and I just found it so funny that he actually nearly failed, because I've never seen him fail anything. And I was just like, please fail, please fail, please fail. And it was so he was about 20 seconds from failing or something. And but he's got something about him where he's a bit what's the word? He's a bit humble, you know, whereas, like I say, with Eddie Hall, it's all just fake. And when I hear people blowing smoke up his arse, it's just like, please. He's
got quite the following now, that Beard Meets Food.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I went to...
Beard Meets Food?
Beard Meets Food.
YouTube channel.
He was in He was in a town like basically where I live.
What, recently? Or
Yeah,
he lives? Okay.
last weekend.
No way.
Yeah.
So Jason, what minus you doing for next game week? Minus 20? Minus 24?
No, I might say.
Have you really done it?
Yeah, I did it this morning.
Why do I even doubt that? What did you do out of interest?
What did I do? Oh no, it's right. You're going to tell me it's shit anyway.
Yeah, so let me hear it.
I did Solanke, Johnson out, Kanati out.
You got rid of Solanke and Johnson. Wait, just because they didn't score this week? So short-termist, don't you? Seriously.
I am.
Go on then. So those two and who, sorry?
I got Kanate, Johnson, and Solanke out, and I bought Raul Jimenez, Foden, and 8 Nuri.
You've lost your head, honestly. What happened to you, Jason?
I'm just going to play free hit next, I think.
It's madness, Booner. It's absolute madness.
Honestly.
And I've said to him, like, it's just beyond. It's like Ricky Gervais. It's beyond parody. It's just not funny. It's sabotaging the team for the sake of I don't even know what. And
what was the logic behind these moves? Just the fact that you feel like you need Foden?
Not really. I just thought I'd do something.
Look, each to their own. I like that you don't play the game like a sheep. I've always appreciated, respected that about your game. Same as me, similar. I mean, similar to you, our transfers don't always pay off, mate. I got rid of Salah and Trent this week for a -4.
I like literally do not hang on my team each week, and I'm taking a year off fantasy football, basically. So
is this the year off? You mean?
Yeah, like this is like I'm so like not focused on it. Completely not focused on it.
Mate, you've got bigger priorities in life. How's the little one?
I have a lot of other priorities going on at the moment in life.
I haven't even had a chance to speak to you. Congratulations. I know it's been a while, but how's life been?
Yes, nearly 8 months old now.
8 months? Oh my God.
Yeah, not sleeping more than 2 hours. So we're kind of constantly on that. My wife, bless her, she's a superstar when it comes to that. But just going out with the family, working long hours. So spending time with the family is my top priority, and
I guess above so that, and then obviously above FPL is your passion for United. I'm taking you still care more about that than FPL, right?
Absolutely. I mean, any football fan that cares more about FPL than their own football team.
There's so many of those, and that's the thing, Jace. There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that do care more about FPL than their football team these days. But yeah, what was your thoughts on United this weekend? Did you watch the game?
I didn't watch it because it wasn't on TV, but I was watching the United stands, watching it, and I watched the highlights obviously afterwards. So first of all, I'm happy that we won, of course.
Yeah.
Is there signs of improvement? No. I think I've said it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I think United are a very mixed bag at the moment. Individual performances can come out of nowhere. Yeah. Yes, like Bruno Fernandes with that pass, it was just like, oh my God, this is just like, whoa, this is world class.
I didn't see it. I saw Rashford's pass, which I thought was fantastic. Was it better than that?
Yeah, but it's oh man, it's beautiful.
Really?
The pass to Højlund, and then Højlund's calm finish. It was really nice, but unfortunately, we just need the consistency. We haven't got the consistency, and I think that Ten Hag is coming under fire because of the decisions he's made.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so, I mean, you know what? You as a Tottenham fan, you've been through the rough times, and you've gone through uncertainty with
it's on and off, mate. One week's amazing, 1 week shit. It's just up and down.
Yeah.
And it has been like that for ages.
So now you've got Ange, who's kind of he oozes kind of confidence and class. I like Ange. I think Ange is great.
He's brilliant. He oozes confidence. He oozes class, but what he doesn't ooze is tactical nous, and he doesn't know when to shut up shop. He can't do it. That's the problem.
But yeah, I think Spurs are in a much. I actually think Spurs are in a nicer position than United at the moment. Like you've got players, you got a lot of goals in that team. Whereas at United at the moment, I don't see lots of goals in that team. And you know, I'm not going to get excited for United until I start to see performances pick up on a regular, you know, not just on a whim. So yeah, frustrating, but a good result, good win. A lot of United fans were saying, "Oh, I wanted United to lose so that Ten Hag can get sacked." I think that's a bit silly. I think you should never want your team to lose.
Are you still backing him?
No, I don't back it. I said it. I don't think he's going to work at United. I really don't. I think he's already. I think his number's been written down. I think is that. Who do
you want to see come in, Jess? If you could, anyone in mind?
That's a hard one, man. No, I haven't got anyone. This is it, right? Who would you bring in instead of
what about Zidane?
Oh, Zidane's not going to come to United.
He's not working there, is he?
If Zidane. So I don't know. Zidane to me wouldn't come to United, but if he did, I would be up for that. That would be different. That would be different. But I don't know.
It's the impossible tasker. That's the problem,
mate. It's not just the managers. This thing, you come in, it's a poison chalice almost. Like you're coming in to United, you've got facilities and infrastructure that are outdated, academy outdated. You've got medical staff. There's the medical team at United have got something to answer for. They've had a mare over the last 2 or 3 years. You've got the boards, which is obviously now Ineos is in. There is a split. It's a very split board. I do think there's money to be pumped in. I do think there's money to be pumped into United. I just don't know. I just don't know how. I just don't know who's going to be the one to start the process of change, like to grab, and I think that's what it is. I think there's so many cogs in the machine that is Man United. Yeah. How can you start to get them all moving in the right direction without literally saying, right, we need to buy a whole new machine? Like a full sale, like Mark Goldbridge says, a full sale would have been better for Man United. Much better. But unfortunately, we still got the Glazers in tow. You laugh, but I mean, as a kid, Ollie's at the back of the wheel. I mean, I actually really liked Ollie. I don't know why. I actually liked Ollie as United manager. I liked Van Gaal. I didn't mind.
Well, if
I didn't mind Van Gaal.
If you cast your mind back, right, to those periods, I feel like the club was in a better place at that time, and you thought like it wasn't. But now, when you look back, surely you'd rather be in that, right?
Mate, I tell you now, I knew exactly what was going to happen with United when Ragnick came out and he gave a damning verdict about the players at United and about the state of the situation in the dressing room, in and amongst the club. What did they do? They literally they treated Ragnick like shit. They got him out. Yeah. They basically shamed him. He was 100% right. Ronaldo came back to the club. Legend.
Yeah.
He saw what was going on. You saw the interview with Piers Morgan. I mean, he opened up. He's basically he's saying Ronaldo is what when you think of Ronaldo as a footballer, sum him up in a sentence. What type of footballer is he? He is a perfectionist. He's a professional. He's like he doesn't even drink pop. Like he is like a health freak. Everything he does has got to be. Everything he does has got to be perfect. And you know, he comes back to United and he sees like facilities that is not changed since he was first there. You know, incompetent coaching staff. You know, egos in the dressing room that have got, you know, not even 1/10, not even 1/20th of the trophies that he's won. And at the end of the day, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy at United, right? And you know, people like jumped on his back and all that, but it's obvious what the issue is. The culture and the atmosphere at United is toxic. It's a toxic atmosphere, and I think that yeah, it's just it irks me and annoys me.
It's a whole podcast of its own, isn't it? Really,
mate. It really is. Like, you can't say one thing that you need to do at United to change United. You could have any manager. You could have Pep Guardiola in at United right now. He ain't, but like, it's just say like magic wand. You put Pep. He ain't gonna get the money he wants. He isn't gonna get the backing and the support to change. You need to go in and you need to cut the players out of the team. Get them gone.
Yeah.
Get them sold. Buy new.
This is true.
Anyway,
true.
enough Man United.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to need to jump off of 15 and 20. I don't know if you guys will still be on.
I'm going to sleep in a minute.
Okay, fine. Well, I've got to jump because Miss is calling me, so I'm going to jump off. But
right,
good catching up. I'll hopefully join you for a bit longer.
Man, you take care, you take care, man. You take care. Nice to speak to you.
Take care,
in a while. Cheers, bud.
See you later.
Oh, I always get like my blood pressure. I can feel my blood pressure going up when I talk about United. I'm so frustrated. It's unbelievable. I'm so frustrated. Rude Van Nistelrooy. I mean, Ruud Van Nistelrooy, yeah, another legend at the club. I mean, the thing is, right? Ex-players, you know, the romance you have with ex-players becoming manager, you know, coaches and managers. It's like, I don't know, man. It's. I think it's more of a love affair of the past and the nostalgia of what that player's done, more so than actually thinking he's going to be able to change things at United. This is the thing. It's like, Man United supporters have seen time and time again, new manager. What's happened? Absolutely nothing. Has the play improved? Yeah, it might have improved for a few months when they first come in, but then it goes back down into the dog basket, like, you know, after a few months. So it's like, you know, Van Gaal was a clown. No, I don't think so. I like Van Gaal. I think he had his merits, and I think he was comedy. He had a bit of comedy in him. He was a very animated, he was a very emotive manager, and I think that wasn't a bad thing. Jose Mourinho, depressing park the bus. Jose Mourinho did wonders with the team, with that United team. Absolute wonders. What he had and what he had to work with, what resources like at his disposal. Like, you know, the thing is, right, it's easy to look back and say this manager did this and that manager did that, but like, where are we now? What are we doing now? Like, would you say United's football is better now than what it was under Van Gaal? Would you like Ollie's brand of football was no brand? Ollie's brand of football was go out and just have fun, lads, and score goals. And there was no tactics at all. It was literally just go out and express yourself and have fun. Yeah, we were caught out, but guess what? At least the football was a bit more pleasing on the eye. At least we took more risks. But now it's just like, oh, this is just, you know, it is what it is. But should have given Ollie more time? Yeah, I agree. Ollie should have been given more time. I thought Ollie did all right, but Tuchel was so scared he might be the main. He took the England job. Yeah, calm. Man United keep buying garbage forwards. I think we keep buying young, unproven forwards. I think they're not garbage. I don't think they're garbage. I think that's a bit harsh. I need to watch the interview, but I think I saw Phil Jones went on to Rio Ferdinand's podcast, and I'm interested in hearing more about Phil. I saw some clips from it, and I'm interested in hearing from Phil Jones, because Phil Jones got a lot of respect. I have a lot of love for Phil Jones. And not only is the king of memes, football memes, and the faces that he pulled, but man, if there was a defender that put like his body on the line, he made up from his lack of technical ability with basically just going like full on in on like putting his heart and soul into challenges. And yeah, man, Phil Jones, what a legend, man. I like Phil Jones. Was Moyes' time there over scrutinised? I think we should never have let Alex Ferguson choose his successor, basically. But it is, again, who was going to argue at the time? No one. Are you guys in the cartel? Not sure what that means there, Relic Returns.
No.
Phil Jones is one of the worst players at United. Sums up all the wrong on the club. Didn't move on. Signed a new contract. Sit on the sidelines. He got badly injured though. SK. He was out. He got a bad injury and he was out for 18 months. Hoyland is a confident striker. He could go on a run now. Again, it could, but you know, I don't have any. I don't have an opinion on that because I think that United have got to show me that they have an identity, a brand, and they don't. They haven't shown me that at all. There's no identity, no brand. There's moments and flashes in the pan. But Steve-O, what do you want to talk about? Burnley? No? How's Burnley? How are they getting on?
Second in the Championship, playing some of the worst football I've ever seen in my life.
There we go. There we go.
Literally.
Right. So
dire.
Steve-O, you done that -8? Done that -4?
It's essentially, I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking, I've just looked at the history. So the last time Southampton played away at Man City won 4-0. Guess who got a goal and assist that day?
Foden?
Yeah. Guess who just got one goal?
Haaland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is that
Captain Foden.
Foden in for Saka, 8 Nuri in for Saliba is a very attacking play from my point of view. It's just attacking that Southampton fixture and having 8 Nuri, Dunk and Lewis as my back three. Or it's just doing the safe play of Vardiol in for Saliba. The thing is that there's a small chance that Saka could be out for a sustained period of time. We don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know if he travelled with the squad or not. Does anybody know if Saka travelled to Bournemouth? I don't know.
I don't think he did. No, I think he was given a rest, mate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I don't really want to be losing out on
I need a wild card.
I don't really want to be losing out on the Saliba money or whatnot. It's really tough. Like I respect Ray's opinion about Saka.
SK saying in the chat, I ain't playing Arteta games. If Saka isn't playing in the Champions League, he's gone.
This is the point. This is exactly the point. This is the thing. We have to wait till whatever day they're playing in the Champions League, Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, before we can find out what's going on. But from an FPL point of view, it's the fact that it's the price changes that's really frustrating. Colm saying Scott Parker could well get you promoted. Oh, he'll get us promoted. Oh, we are most likely going to get promoted this season. Our squad's too big, and he is a very good Championship manager.
You regretting not having Salah in your team?
What, for Burnley? No, not have I regretted it? Not really. No.
Burnley.
Not really. I'm not really regretted. Why do you ask that?
Just wondering.
Not really. As we discussed last night with Ray, I can't have every single player.
Everyone, yeah.
And the only way to get Salah back is by getting rid of Haaland. I don't.
Okay, player price rises and falls. Here we go. As it stands at the moment, players looking to go up in price are Mbeumo, Rodgers, and your man, Brennan Johnson, who I've got rid of. Van de Ven is also close. We've got fallers, potential fallers here. Luis Diaz is teetering on the verge of falling. Saka is also very, very close to falling. Could fall tonight, if not tomorrow, but is looking likely to be falling tonight.
Shane is here.
O'Reilly, Muniz, and Beckett. Well, I'm off now, mate. So unless you want to go live with him,
well, I can't host. So
why not? I'm going to bed, mate. I've got to be up at 5 in the morning. Got to see my wife beforehand. However, I mean, if you want to do something on Thursday, I'm free Thursday now. So maybe speak to Shane and see if
well, we're still doing the Tuesday one, aren't we, with Andy Martin? Unless you want to
Tuesday,
change.
Yeah. Tuesday should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Shane, can you hear us?
I don't even see him. Is he in the thing? Is he?
He's there. Yeah. I'll send him the other link just in case, just to open up the. Can you hear Jason?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
1 second. I need to put.
Oh, well, there we are then. That's a mirror. So it is. It seems to be a Nick and Ash problem.
I'm just gonna add Shane to the.
Look at that. That's great.
Screen.
Because we get him on air, and then I only watch this channel because of Steve-O. Really? I suggest you don't bother. Is that for my amazing
Shane,
impressions of Colm?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Are you doing right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Superb stuff. Is he on stream? Can everybody hear Shane?
He is now, yeah. He's on.
Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like if you can hear Shane.
Hello.
Hello. He says it extras. Hello.
What a Sunday. What a Wednesday nightmare, but we got there. We got there in the end. But, I've been keeping tabs on a little bit what you're chatting about and chatting about United and stuff like that. And...
we can hear him. That's good. The main thing is they can hear him. That's the main thing. Shane, my dilemma is this. This is the truth. It's Saliba out for Vardiol. Just one straight move. Saliba out for 8 Nuri for one straight move. Or 8 Nuri and Foden in for Saka and Saliba -4 and attack that Southampton fixture. What do you think?
Vardiol in for Saliba. Sorry.
Shane? What's happening? He can't hear us now, Jace.
Shane, you there?
Everything was working fine. What button?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can't hear us.
Can you hear Steve-O?
I'll send him the link, the other one. Oh, there it is there.
Oh, this is great.
We're just sending that one. 1 minute. Everything was working fine.
Oh, it's okay. Might be on my end, yeah? Scotland and all that jazz. No, I can hear that. Sorry, what were those options, Steve, that you had? Saliba for 8 Nore or...
No, so Vardiol in for Saliba, 8 Nuri in for Saliba, or Foden and 8 Nuri in for Saliba and Saka for a -4 and attack the Southampton fixture with, obviously, an attacker.
I do. I mean, I'm a bit biased because I've got Foden in, but I would do Foden. You never know because it's Pep roulette, but there's not. I don't think there's a world in which you can't start him because he didn't have anything, and he made the goal, and stuff started happening when he came on. So Foden has to start. He has to start. Yeah, I would go for that. I'd probably take -4 against Southampton. Mate, it could be huge. You know, City being off the boil, they're back at home. They need to make a statement to say, look, we're still the champs. It could be huge. Genuinely, it could be huge.
Do you have any information whatsoever regarding the Saka injury, i.e., it's more serious than what it looks like?
I don't, mate. No, but I mean, then again, I'm not as well connected as the cartel, if you will. But
yeah,
no, I don't. Nah, I don't know. Maybe it was probably just a bit more vibes of just the way Arteta was talking. I just didn't think he'd play this weekend. Plus, he wouldn't get a rest for 6 weeks. And if it was bad enough they had to leave the England camp and not stick around with the players, yeah, I'm inclined to think it might be a bit worse than 1 week that everyone thinks.
do you think that with Saka, do you think that if he doesn't play against Sparta Prague, whoever they're bloody playing next week, do you think that he's probably going to miss Arsenal, the Liverpool game?
Nah, because it's not the hardest game midweek, is it? I think they might give him time. I thought, nah, I don't think so, mate.
Because from my point of view, the attacking the fixture of Southampton with Foden ain't new. I mean, Dread FPL's just basically saying, no, stick to Vardy. Just leave it on Vardy. Do that move. But I'm looking at it, and listen to this, Shane. Listen to this. So I do the Ain't Yuri and Foden move. It means that in game week 10, I can then do Lewis Dunk to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And then their fixtures, as you know, are Brighton, Aston Villa, Southampton.
And they're pretty. I mean, they only conceded 1 today at Chelsea. I double Liverpool defence. I was a bit gutted that they scored, especially because it was Jackson as well. Jackson, what a terrible player to score as well. Jesus.
Good finish though. Well taken goal.
Yeah, it was. But yeah. Although what I should have done is what I was thinking at the start, and I kind of blame Kieran. I'm blaming Kieran for this. I needed Haaland in for Southampton anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But I mean, I took the old Salah dog out, who me and Kieran were saying our pod last week that it'd probably be like we were saying today, Steve, it'd be a close game. You know, we were thinking 1-0, 2-0, but even a 2-1, Salah got a goal and assist. But yeah, it's just a hop on, hop off, isn't it? I mean, you've got to have Haaland next week. Even me, the most staunch, don't have Haaland, mate. Next week, you have to have him. I don't see how you can't have him. Same with Foden as well, I think. He's not, unless no one's like a must-have, but this weekend coming up, we'll test it.
If I could just quickly come in, your fanboy in the chat, Craig Boy Crook, says, I'm only here because I like watching you, Steve-O. He says the other guy is an annoying joke.
Harsh but fair, probably. Harsh but fair.
Harsh but fair. I mean, mate, no one's... I mean, you could just mute me when I talk if you want.
I thought it was about me. I was like, oh yes, I've got some. Yeah.
I should literally. Steve-O actually was worried that I'm just going to stop Elite FPL, aren't you, Steve-O? You're worried that I'm going to just say that next week you just do it on your own.
Well, just quickly, just a quick one. Mohit is saying, don't take early hits this season, man. Yeah. It's what do I think is the best outcome from Saka versus Liverpool if he starts? Maybe an assist, maybe one attacking return, basically.
Well, he's only got one double digit. He's only got one game where he scored over one assist, hasn't he?
Yeah, now I'm predicting genuinely that game to be potentially an end-to-end 2-2, 3-2 either way.
What, Liverpool?
Arsenal, Liverpool, yeah. And the history suggests...
Where is it?
Well, it's at A Emirates.
Yeah, fair enough.
And if I'm just thinking logically, then Saka, gets returned. But Foden, if he starts versus Southampton in a 4-5-0 win, the ceiling is so high. And then I've got 8 Nuri for the upcoming fixtures. And like I say, it then means I can upgrade Lewis Dunk to Trent Alexander-Arnold the following week. Which means I get that Liverpool coverage. And I've got 2 defenders in Konate and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I've got.
I don't like the double Liverpool though. I've got Robertson and Trent, and Robertson will be coming out fairly soon. I mean, he's a bit more susceptible to change because you've got Simicast and maybe Konate is central, but especially with European games, they are a lot stronger. Liverpool. I don't know. Conceding 1 at Chelsea was all right. It wasn't a bad finish, but I don't know about a double. Saying that, they got some good fixtures. Thing is, who's the other 3 that you're going to play with in your defence? Because I imagine you have 3 at the back, right?
Yeah, it would be so Trent, Konate, and
Vardy.
Lewis. From game week 10. Sorry, it would be Trent, Konate, and Lewis away at Bournemouth, or even in fact to help with that, it would probably be 8 Nuri.
Yeah, that's what
Crystal Palace, and then.
Because Wolves will shore up a bit. Listen, I know they conceded 2 against City today, but they will. They've had a hard start. They will get some clean sheets. And I think Nori, he plays so high, he's almost a winger. More often than... Don't get me wrong, Porro. I had Porro, I think, the first 2 game weeks. Maybe 3 max. And after that, you want defenders. Okay, you want an attacking defender, brilliant for the return. But how often is a defender going to return attacking? Not often. That's why they're a defender. So you really want a team that's fairly solid. Like Trent. You know what I mean? They're fairly solid. If he gets the attack and return, he's probably going to get a big 12, 15 points.
Yeah.
Whereas Porro, they're just Spurs, isn't they? He's just always going to concede. Doesn't matter who they play, they always concede.
Because I've got to do pretty much that move today.
Yeah?
I've got to pretty much do that move today for the money.
What, the 8 Nori and Foden?
Apparently the content creators are doing Saka out videos already, according to Tom in the chat.
Are they? I mean,
all the big FPL channels are doing Saka out videos.
Yeah, but Saka, they've already been saying this for weeks anyway. There's no conspiracy.
Yeah,
that's always been the case.
I mean, if I had more transfers, I would have taken him out this weekend because just I could say you got a bit extra money and you can.
You've always got transfers, Shane. It's whether or not you want to take hits, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you're right. I've taken. I shouldn't have taken maybe another one today because I've used another transfer up. But I had Buonanotte, so I can't really complain. He scored and he got a bonus. It's not the worst. And then, say again?
Oh no, it's good. It's a good pick.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you got my I can't see up there, but I don't know if
good differential is what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I just liked him. Like his numbers were good, and he was fairly cheap. And I think there's always an option, even if you get priced out with somebody. There's generally another option to go to. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be defense or mid or attack, there's always another one. And I had because Saka didn't play. Well, actually, Konsa didn't play. I didn't realize until after actually. So Konsa and Saka didn't play. So Michael Keane came off the bench. Big Keane, absolute legend, mate. What a legend! Goal and a clean sheet, and I think a bonus. And Evan Nielsen. Evan Nielsen came off the bench as well, and he got 5, which was good.
Tushimeni in the chat is saying Saka's going to be out for a while. Arteta is going to. Saka's going to be out for a while. Arteta isn't. I think he meant to say isn't going to rush him back just to worsen his injury.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Do you know what annoys me about Arteta? Right, I get the cloak and dagger stuff, right, all that kind of stuff. But the other time when it was like Rhea, like I don't. I know that's the way people play. They play out from the back. They play the keepers. But unless you've got a really, really weak second keeper, who's like a nightmare, I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think you should tell the opponent everything that you're going to do and everyone is injured. But I don't know. I think he makes more of it and it detracts a little bit away from the
midweek's going to be important if he's not there. I think a lot of people are going to hit that button. But again, Steve-O, a lot of people could be in your situation where you'd be priced out. make the decision now.
I've done it. I've done the -4. I'm attacking that Southampton fixture.
Foden in.
I've done it.
Who did you go? 8 Nuri?
8 Nuri and Foden in for Saliba and Saka. It's done.
So basically, no new differentials on you then. Okay.
I think the ceiling for Foden is there to outscore a potential Saka out. There's something going on with Saka this season where I think there's an injury that needs to be sorted out, and it's accumulated to the point of where with England, that was it. And then, of course, comes back, Bournemouth game, he ain't in the squad. Shane, do you know if he travelled with the squad?
No, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, imagine people
you
would
don't
have probably
even
seen
know.
him. I don't think he did.
So he let's just say he didn't. Yeah, and then we've got the game in the Champions League, a very important match. And
who have they got though?
I forget who the bloody
Sparta Prague.
So they've got an important match against. Once I can bring it up here, I'm sure. In fact, someone will be able to tell us in the chat. Someone tell us in the chat because mine's just going to cry. Oh, there it was. Oh, I just had it a second ago. Jason, just bring up whoscored.com. The team is
Shakhtar
Donetsk. Right, and it's at the Emirates.
Shakhtar? I don't. I mean, listen, they've got a good squad. If they're going to win the Prem or they're going to do well in the Champions League, they've got to do well without him in some games. So he didn't play this weekend. He definitely won't play. He wasn't even in the squad this week. So there's no way he's going to be rushed back for Shakhtar Donetsk. No chance. So I don't think that was really going to tell us anything. And he won't travel because he'll get a little bit extra treatment. And we'll be in the same position as next week, really. And Arteta won't tell us anything. So it's a bit... If you've got him, I mean, I've still got him. I'll probably transfer him out. I'll probably do. Like I said, I would have done it last week, but I used my other transfer and I don't want to take a hit. So, but yeah, this whole... I don't know. We spoke about it earlier, Steve, with the information, with the line and the graph and the transfers in and out. And I think some people, I think some of them knew. Like, I'm not too bothered. You know what I mean? It's a bit sour. It's a bit of a sour taste if you were paying for, their Patreon or something like that. But I don't think they were all. A lot of people took him out anyway, just because he didn't have the best fixtures and he doesn't tend to get double digits. But it's hard. A lot of people now are. It's good. Well, it's hard, but it's good because now. I mean, Shane's been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Oh, I don't have to have Haaland. People are like, you have Haaland all season. And now I think I've seen Andy Lex talk of, maybe it's a good time to get Haaland out for Salah at Gameweek 10 or something like that. So it's good. I think it's just a little bit of stand by what you think and play it how you want to play. You know what I mean? If you're wrong, great. It's not the best, but if you're right, you're right. It's a game. Sometimes you'll be right, sometimes you'll be wrong. But yeah, I mean, 15.4 for any player is pretty mad, isn't it? Really.
Well, again, they've got for that money, they've got to be returning a minimum of a goal a week.
I would say more than that. I would probably say a goal and assist for 15.4, because you'll get other. I mean, look at Watkins. He's 9, and he's been hitting a goal each game. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing with someone like Haaland. What I mean by a goal a game is that it's a guaranteed return. And also you've got that very high possibility of throwing in double-digit returns as well. Whereas someone like Watkins, for instance, it's the likelihood of getting double-digit returns like Haaland. I mean, I'm sure someone's going to say, well, actually, this season he's done this. I mean, he's got 2 double-digit returns, Ipswich and Everton this season. And we know it's taken Watkins a while to load up. In fact, to be honest, my plan is looking quite good. I know Mahit is thinking that's quite a good idea. So for game week 10, I then do Trent Alexander-Arnold in for Lewis Dunk, and then in game week 11, I can do that move of Delap. Was it Delap out for Cunha? Potentially, or even Watkins out for what's his face? Watkins out for Cunha when Aston Villa's fixtures turn and they get really, really like with the Champions League and whatnot. And it's probably the best time at that point because I'm not getting rid of Watkins when he's got Bournemouth at home next. Forget it. Then it's Tottenham away, but then Liverpool, Crystal Palace, Chelsea after that. To bring in, that's if I bring in Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't have to bring him in at all. It's just I've got the money to potentially bring in Trent. If I don't, I could have 2 free transfers for game week 11 to then get rid of Delap for Cunha, who's got then the Southampton game. And then I've got another transfer to potentially upgrade whoever because I do not trust. I mean, Brighton have got Liverpool and Man City for crying out loud in game week 10 and 11. It could be a case of as well possibly jumping off maybe Palmer, Man U and Arsenal. But now it's just getting to the point where I'm just completely overthinking everything. I just want to see how Foden does in this fixture versus Southampton. If it's a case of he starts and actually goes off, brilliant. If he starts, gets nothing, great. And then Saka starts, it just gets to the point where we just overthink to the point of where your brain just completely goes out of sync and doesn't know what the hell's going on. I'm just happy that I've just attacked this fixture and hopefully we'll get the rewards. I mean, when we were watching it, the assist that Foden got today, very fortuitous. Not the fact that he took a corner, but the fact that it happened, as you stated, the last kick of the game. You can't make it up.
Yeah, I think Pep even, everyone could see that. As plain as it was, he should have started Foden. Because they've got, if you think about it, we spoke about it earlier, Steve, who else is going to create anything? All right, don't go right. Bernard was Silva, right? But he wasn't really playing in that full 10 role today. He pushed Gvardiol up, which he does. A little bit left hand side of the box, and he takes pot shots, and there he can hit them. But quite often they were looking for someone in that 10 position to either gather the ball and get a bit of space and take a shot, or push the ball through to Haaland. They missed that all game. And again, Pep gets away with it. Pep gets away and gets lucky again, but I don't see how he can't start Foden now. Like, who else is he going to play in that position? I don't think he can. So he has to start. And I mean, he could go. Southampton could be a huge score. I think they might be on course for the worst points ever. You're 2-0 up at home and you concede and you lose in the second half 3-2. They're going away to the Etihad.
So if you guys want to carry on talking, I need to go into the house to sort a few things out because I've got to be up early in the morning. So either I'll just put Shane over and to the left, it's covering where I am, and you guys can talk, and I can come back and end it when you message me on WhatsApp, Steve-o, or we can cut it now. It's up to you.
I think we could probably cut it now, to be honest.
Yeah.
We can do another, like I said.
Yeah, sorry, Shane. It's just that I've got to be up really
early. No,
that's
fine. No, I'm the same.
So yeah. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're heading up towards 2 hour mark now on this. Gone are the days where I could stay up to like 3 a.m. and not have to worry about sleep. Responsibilities and getting older sucks in that respect. But okay, Shane, thanks for coming on. Hopefully we'll get you on from the beginning. That'll be great. Steve-o, I'm sure will be able to fit you in at some point in the near future. Hopefully you'll be more than happy to come on again. And Steve-o, do you want to just quickly mention Tuesday as well? And also, before you do that, just to remind people who Shane is and where they can find him on various channels.
Oh, Shane can do it for himself. Go for it, Shane. Talk to the audience.
Oh, you're hard, Steve-o. You're hard. Listen, you can find me on X, FPL Veteran _. We do a podcast, me and Discomfort, on Thursdays at 9 o'clock. That's the double pivot _ Again, that's on X. And that's about it, gentlemen. I have a few threads out a week, same as yourself.
Can you put your link? Sorry to butt in, Shane. Can you put your link to your X channel in the chat so the people that are watching that are in the chat can just go directly there? Yeah, just throw that link in there, mate.
What else? Yeah, a VAR thread. I do refereeing, so I get a little bit of VAR in there, or my take on it anyway, and just a thread for the week. So I'll chuck that in the chat. And like me and Steve were saying, it's just a pleasure to connect with everyone. Really, it's the interaction.
Well, very quickly, you referee, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
What's your thoughts on Bernardo Silva today? Was he interfering with play? He was in an offside position. Was he in your view? Was he interfering? He timed his he pushed back into Sarr just literally a second before the ball went in. Was he interfering with Sarr to an extent that would have prevented him to effectively play the ball? Or in your view, was he deemed to be out of the way?
So my initial, when I seen the replay, my initial thought was he's not interfering in play, because I think at that time when the shot came in, Bernardo Silva was on the floor because he pushed back into Sad. Sad pushed him away a little bit, and at that time
he dived away.
For me, Saz then set up, and it's not as if he's right in front, so he obscures his view. He's got a perfect view, and it's literally right now. So for me, in my position, I mean, obviously I'm watching TV, but I think it's a goal. I get everyone's point because he kind of backed into him a little bit before.
It's one of those, though, isn't it? It's one of those where you watch it back and you see it from the side angle, and you see that Sarr goes forward to push him away from him, which, you know, if he wasn't there, Sarr had no reason to move forward to push him, to concentrate. So he's obviously taking his focus away from the ball to get rid of Bernardo in front of him.
Yeah, granted.
But the question is, you know, how, it's like a lot of things, isn't it? How far do you want to go back?
Where's your cut off? Yeah?
Yeah,
where's your cut off?
You know? And I think it's one of those where if I was a Wolves fan, I'd be bitterly disappointed that that a goal has been a result of that. But
they always seem to get it against them, don't they, Wolves?
Yeah, I think it's one of those, like if it had been disallowed, would you have been like, oh my God, that's a travesty? No, you wouldn't.
Nah.
You'd have been like, oh, you know, it's 50-50. You know, I think it's one of those. I think Wolves just seem to get on the bad end of these decisions more often than not.
I think the ref was strong. No. I think my initial thought
he was strong because he got called to the VAR screen, and 99 times out of 100, when they get called to that screen, they agree with the VAR room, don't they? And fair play to him for sticking to his guns. We don't often see that, but yeah, great. Thank you for sharing your view on that. And because I could see either way. I could see both sides of the argument on that.
Maybe again, I think they had a few angles there, but certainly like the central camera. I get that he did push him, but I think he's done well.
He did. I mean, yeah, I think that it's one of those where if it's been disallowed, I don't think even Man City fans would be talking about it too much.
I think that the big team bias does often come in, and do you know what? That happened the other day against, for me, Kieran's probably watching this, he hates this, but that Arsenal the other day, that's a red card, but the ref, you could see straight away he bottled it. That's a red card because the Ben White, he's literally on the other byline. He's miles away. Like, and I know he's fast, I get it, but the ref can't think in his head, right, Ben White's this fast over 100 metres, and he's this fast. Like, it's an obvious goal scoring chance. Whereas the one today, what was the one today where he pulled them back? Chelsea Liverpool.
Tossing,
yeah. There's a defender right next to him. He's 2 yards away. So is he going to get, the likelihood of him getting to it is quite likely. So it's a yellow card. I mean, that's why we love football. Everyone has different views, but I think it's fairly clear cut.
Yeah, I think that I think VAR and referees get quite openly criticised, and there's always the lack, for me, the lack of accountability. Like, I say accountability, but there is definitely, and I'm sure you agree, there's definitely the fraternity of referees in the Premier League. They are protected in a bubble, and it feels like that they are not a rule unto themselves, because obviously they are enforcing the rules of football, but it seems like there's not the same level of accountability on referees than there is on managers and players, and I think I don't know.
Do you know what it is? It's a tough position, because either way
they want to protect them, don't they? They're protecting them. That's
either
what it
way,
is.
either decision mate. It's quite difficult, and I think people forget sometimes that like refs are human, but
yeah,
we've had quite a few refs. I've met quite a few bigger refs. Madley, Bobby and Andy Madley. Andy Madley does a lot of top games
Andy
now,
Madley,
and the level of depth that they go in, it's unbelievable. Like the rules that they go into, and the fact that they'll see how like Chelsea play, they'll play a wing back, so they'll think, right, you know, as it starts at the keeper, he's going to stand in the middle because he knows that they're going to go wing backs out. You know, I tell you what, it's harder. People should try it, because it's harder than you think. I thought that. I used to play a little bit, nothing big, but you think, this ref gaff's easy. I tell you what, it's difficult, and you get a split second to decide.
Yeah, I refereed 3 seasons in the South Devon Football League.
Oh, there you go. You know what it's like.
And there was matches where it got really hairy and scary, like in the proper low level on the Sunday league games where you've got a 45-year-old, like massive centre back up against a 16, 17-year-old whippersnapper on the wing, and it's like, you know, he's gone in 2-footed, and then you send him off, and then it's like next minute you got 6 or 7 blokes surrounding you. It's just like, oh my god, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes through your head, and then the next game you're like, do you want to send them? Yeah, do you want to be the one that's, you know, starting a ruckus in the middle of the field? I mean, it's you know, but it's not an easy job, and I think that when it comes to VAR, and I think it has helped referees. I do think it has helped quite a lot the game. I feel that sometimes there's an inconsistency on the time it takes to make a decision. Some VAR decisions, they're happy to take their time on, and they'll draw the lines, and they'll wait, and they'll wait, and they'll wait, and they'll wait, and they'll talk to each other. And quite often you're thinking, hang on, why is this taking 45 seconds over something small? But then something big happens, like a game-changing decision happens, and like there's very little consultation, or there's very little kind of like review time. You think, hang on, what? That, you know, why are they in a rush to do one thing and then anyway? I'm sure it'll get better as it continues.
I think they just need for that, if it's clear and obvious and they're taking ages, you know, like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I think they need a cap. They'll have like a timer in there or whatever. If they can't decide by a certain time, it's clear. It's not clear and obvious. So
yeah, I think I like the idea of the blue card, like the idea that they came out with, and they consulted the league, the clubs about it. Like, if there's a situation where players, I mean, it's not so much in terms of goals and offsides and things like that, but like if there's been a foul or something reckless has happened, or even like something silly like someone's committed an infraction that doesn't deem being sent off, i.e., you know, taking your shirt off after scoring, getting a second yellow card, or kicking the ball away in petulance after receiving a yellow card early in the game, you get a red card for it. I think a blue card, like a 10-minute timeout, would be so good. If you could say, right, you know, you've done something you shouldn't have done, you kick the ball away, you've got a yellow card, you get 10 minutes off. You know, to me, that makes much more sense. And also, like, if there's been a situation where a player has been, you know, maybe he's lunged in and they need time to decide whether it's a red card or not, just put him in the sin bin. You know, so he's not on the pitch, but he's not out of the game. He's in a state of limbo. He's in a sin bin situation, like they did in rugby. And then they can have 10 minutes to decide whether or not all of the boxes have been ticked for a red card offence. Like, because a lot of the time, you know, decisions are made in a split second, and you know, when the referee goes away and watches all the angles, and like, hang on, you know, apologies have to come out, and it's like, you know, I don't know. Why not make the game easier for referees and introduce something like that? I just, to me, it just makes more sense. But
I mean, it'd bring a different dynamic because you'd be like, I don't know, say City go down to 10 men and Liverpool, they press forward and try and score, and they do score, and then they get 11 men back, and Liverpool go down to 10. It's kind of good, but I don't know. I feel like it's not football. It's more, it's Americanism. You know what I mean? Like they have timeouts, hockey.
Yeah, maybe, but it seems to like for me like things like, but things for me like discipline in football is always been a thing, right? Where it's been like the surrounding referees, not respecting the referee, but like if you literally had players chewing the ears of referees, right, go off. You're off for 10 minutes, or I don't know. I just think that the referees would be more comfortable with dishing out.
They'd be more safe in their decisions, and it might allow them. Yeah,
because they know that no one's going to criticize them, for putting someone in a timeout. But
they've started
anywhere
that,
near this, But
I don't know if you started. They've started that this season, so you've got sin bins and Sunday leagues and that, and it's more for dissent to stop that kind of stuff. So if you give the ref a bit of abuse, everyone takes different levels. I mean, I don't like. I kind of like a bit of passion, especially if you're a captain.
No, you are right. No, you're right. I mean, you're right about like taking the identity away from football. You don't want to make it like
less passionate.
You don't want to make it a spectacle of officiating.
Yeah, and this whole
make it. It
doesn't sit. Do you know what doesn't sit with me is? See, when you score a fantastic goal or a last minute, like today, right? You score a last minute winner, and it means a lot near the end of the season. Don't get a yellow card for taking your shirt off. I mean, I don't like if you've got a slogan or something on there, political, 100%, because football and sport is nothing.
Yeah, but you don't even have to like they can have a T-shirt on underneath with like their daughter or something. Whatever.
Even that, what's wrong with that?
Like,
do you know what I mean?
They're not showing any. They're not showing any flesh, but they're just simply removing their shirt. They still would get a yellow card, and it's like,
taking the passion out of it. You know what I mean? Like some of the best goals ever have been just rips his shirt off, runs away.
Oh man, 100%. I completely agree with you, and I think that a lot of things football gets right, and a lot of things when it comes to like, I do think VAR has been a great thing, and I do think the goal line technology has been an absolute godsend. I really do. Linesmen still have a great important part of the game. They still, and for me, there's a lot of things that football does get right, but it's just like there's small improvements that could be brought in.
But do you know what? Do you think football would be as like this weekend? Right? Look, you're looking at the Arsenal red card. That
talking point,
debate. Exactly, talking point. And you'll always get some people be like, "No, I don't think that," and I think that, and that's kind of what you want. That's the melting pot.
Yeah, that's the ability. That's just human opinion, isn't it? And like, do you want to take human opinion away from the game? I think it all comes down to fairness. And if one team's getting the preferential decisions on a regular, and one team at the bottom end of the table isn't, then
usually
I think
top six.
There's definitely that is for me. That to me deserves to be, scrutinized. But yeah, I mean, it was great to get your opinion on that. I need to get in the house. So
no worries, guys. No worries.
So you guys, go check out Shane and Steve-O. Closing thoughts.
Yeah, we're back with Andy Martin on Tuesday. Can't wait. See you all later.
All right. Cheers, guys. Thank you so